unit. So I want to talk about the other side of the ball and the defense, which usually if you hear me say that, it means we're about to talk about something a little heartbreaking. But this time, I mean, the defense looked good. I mean, nobody expected them to pitch a shutout, but they did a lot of things that, just like on the offense, give some hope for this upcoming season. So what'd you see from them, and how do we see this unit kind of going forward and going into this game against Oregon?
You're right when you say we weren't predicting a shutout by any means. I will say that first half we made Gebbia look like a bum out
Yeah,
there,
it
right?
was it was
He
almost a
didn't.
shutout.
Yeah, he did not look like he did not look like a great quarterback out there in the first half. He turned it around in the second half. I'll give him
Mhm.
credit there. But
Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to my score prediction last week. I know I've been on a dry spell
Yeah,
with these
that was
quarterback predictions,
close.
but I said 37-30. It was 38-28, right?
Yeah,
So
a missed field goal away from 1 point off for you, so that
yeah,
was
so
nice.
I'm gonna take credit for that. I got to take the dubs
Oh,
with my
I'll
predictions
give
where
you
I
I'll
can.
give you that. Absolutely.
All right, all right. Hopefully, I can't go winless. I got to get at least one dub. If
Yeah.
only the New York Jets knew that. But if I could give credit to the defense, I definitely want to credit the pass rush more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I think it's just the fact of us getting more sacks this game than what we got per game last year is already a
Doubled
great,
it.
yeah, is already great progress. Uh, Seeing players who were kind of role players on the D line last year, and like Ron Stone Jr. getting a forced
Mhm.
fumble and a sack and a half.
Yeah.
That was definitely very glorifying to see as a Coug fan. But I got to tip my hat off to the defensive line. But I do want to bring it back to the rush defense though, because I think the rush defense was a little shaky. Granted, we're going against Jamar Jefferson, and Jamar Jefferson, I'll say it is that whole team's offense really.
Yeah.
There's no Jake Luton. There's no, who also lost, by the way. So don't even say it's Minshew's fault, all you Minshew haters. But
Mhm.
with no Jake Luton, no Isaiah Hodgins, now it's just the Jamar Jefferson show. And
Basically.
I said it on our show and in our crossover show last week with the Beaver Dash crew. If we shut down Jamar Jefferson, it's a no contest really,
Mhm.
and we didn't really shut him down. He had what, over 168 yards rushing or something like that, multiple touchdowns. So
Yeah, it was a good game.
yeah, he had a great performance, and with this new Wyoming defensive coaching staff having one of the best rush defenses in the nation last year, it was a little disheartening to see that. But
Mhm.
a win is a win, right? So if we can do a little bit better in that category, in the rush defense category against Oregon, which I'm not gonna lie, Oregon's 50% more scary than that Oregon State rushing offense. So that's going to be the real big key in this game, honestly, is containing that run, because
Mhm.
CJ Verdell alone, and if I refer to my notes here, because just looking at some, we have Travis Dye is another great back who I
Mhm.
believe still plays for the team, right? I
He
took these notes a
does.
little while ago.
He
Hopefully they didn't
does.
enter the transfer portal. And Cyrus Habibi Likio, I think that's
Yep.
how you say his
Mhm.
name,
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
They've got a stable over there.
Yeah, so they got this multi-back system that really saved Tyler Shaw, I believe is his name.
Shuck,
Like
I think, is what it is, but
Shuck.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, there's no easy names to say on that team for sure. But
Mhm.
if that's going to be the center of that Oregon offense this year, honestly, because the defense improve itself. We've seen it time and time again, but rush defense is going to be key for this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was very interesting in that Oregon State game because it seemed like the defense either went out there and forced a 3 and out and a punt, or they gave up like a 90-yard drive for a touchdown. So it wasn't a case of, you know, uh, giving up a bunch of drives and then getting lucky on this play or that. They either came out and they stopped Jefferson like for 1 yard 2 times in a row, or they let Jebbia kind of throw on him and Jamar Jefferson obviously get into the end zone. So it was really interesting to see, but you know, we weren't expecting this. We weren't expecting a top 10 defense from the squad. I think if this was last year's team, I think they lose, and I think Jamar Jefferson has like 400 yards or something, like the way he was playing. if you throw him against that defense, and it's basically what he did last year. So, there's a lot of positives. And I think the biggest thing, if you're looking at that defense, is they were undermanned. Rolovich has come out and said they had 32 players unavailable. We don't know why. We don't know exactly who. We can figure that out based on who wasn't there, but they were out some pretty key guys, especially at that safety position. So this wasn't even the full form of this defense, if you want to say that. They're expected to have some guys back. Hopefully it's those guys on the defense, but I think this defense improves as it goes along, not just from experience and game action, but from getting guys back. And if we're projecting onto this Oregon game, it's definitely going to be tough. CJ Verdell ran for 257 yards and 3 touchdowns last year. I mean, he absolutely demolished this team. So it's definitely going to be difficult. But I mean, we've seen that this defense is not what it was last year. We don't know what it is because Oregon State isn't the greatest litmus test. But I think they have the ability to be competitive against this team. I think they can do enough to keep them close, hopefully not get blown out. But I mean, we're really just gonna have to see. But I mean, like you said, the pass rush looked good, looked really good actually. The rush defense looked improved. So, I think if I had to describe kind of what I'm getting from this team after game one, it's just hope. It's a lot of good signs pointing forward. I'm not seeing much that scares me down the road. So, I mean, I'm happy about that, and I think the defense will get better as the year improves. So